Before there was Ranger Quest, the Elemental Orbs, and before there was the Minotaur Maze Engine, there was Level 9 of Bridge of Death. This is Level 9, the Labyrinth. The walls of the labyrinth are ever-changing. Use the magic thread to guide you and strike down the Minotaur. Bridge of Death was a prototype game, and as you can see, the graphics are not as good as the ones in Ranger Quest, the Elemental Orbs. So here we have a legend. This brown dot is the hero. And we have snakes, evil snakes. They're green and they kill you. That's why you can't walk on them. And then there's bats, which are black and can also kill you. Supplies are blue and you start with 250. If you run out of them, you also die, so you have to make sure you collect the supplies as you go. The magic thread is white. It's over here. It will guide you through the maze to defeat the Minotaur, which is red. There is a sword that you can collect so you can kill the evil snakes and bats. Once you collect the sword, the hero turns gray and then you are pretty much unstoppable. But you can also, see how there is blue here, you can also die by walking off a cliff. It says game over. You fell into the ocean and are swept away in a strong current. Of course, in levels 3, 6, and 9, there is water that kills you. But in the other levels, it is a cliff that you fall off, and it says, you fell down a steep cliff and have perished. But originally it said, you fell down a step cliff, so I had to tell my dad to correct the spelling error, although it was quite funny. Let's try dying because of a snake. It's not fun, but there. See, it says game over. A poisonous snake bites you. You can feel the venom coursing through your body as you fall to the ground. So, again, dead. This time, let's try and get by this snake so that we can try dying by a bat and maybe pick up some supplies on our way. Here we go. If you walk over the supplies, it says, you found 50 supplies. The bats kind of move around in circles, so sometimes it can be hard to die by bat on purpose. Oh, there we go. Game over. A giant vampire bat attacks you. You quickly realize that you're no match for the creature. So that's what happens when you die because of a bat. Let's jump ahead. We'll try heading over to the maze and check it out, even though we don't quite yet have the magic thread. Phew! Made it past the snake and we'll pick up some more supplies. We're going to start walking through the maze. Is there a direct path that gets you to the Minotaur? Oh yeah, look at that, there is. Go down here. Of course, this isn't what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get the magic thread first, but we're going to explore the maze anyway. Oh, and look, the walls shifted, so now you can't get to the Minotaur at all. I'll have to go back to the entrance to reset the walls. The maze in this level is small, and originally it was quite easy to get to the Minotaur. My dad thought that it should be much harder to navigate through the legendary labyrinth. I told him that the labyrinth was alive, so it actually moved and changed and shifted on its own. So this is where the idea of the Minotaur Maze Engine was born, the maze where the walls move. In Greek mythology, Daedalus created the labyrinth to trap the Minotaur, and no one that entered would ever be able to find their way out. In the end, Theseus is able to kill the Minotaur, but is only able to find his way out of the maze by using the thread that is gifted to him. Over time, the story of the labyrinth has been told many times, and central to the idea is a maze that is so difficult it traps all that enter. That led to the idea that the maze was alive, and it actually changed to trap the unlucky souls that entered. Ranger Quest, the Elemental Orbs, evolved from this idea of having a maze where the walls move. Now, in this level, the labyrinth is alive and the walls shift unexpectedly to confuse all that enter without the magic thread. In Ranger Quest, you can control when the walls move by using the Elemental Orbs to activate shrines. But in both cases, a classic 2D maze is reinvented by having the walls move. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, you can also die by supply loss, which is going to happen here soon. Game over. You have run out of supplies. You find yourself getting weak and collapse. It's really hard to complete the maze without the magic thread telling you where to go. Now we are going to play the level properly by getting the sword and the thread so we can actually defeat the Minotaur at the end of the maze. After playing the level so many times, because you die a lot, you get really good at getting by that first snake. We have to get by the bat, which isn't too difficult because he tends to go away from you. We are going to go up and get the sword first, so that it is easier to get the magic thread. Stupid evil snake! We'll try that again. Stupid evil bat! I almost made it! You have found the sword. Go slay the Minotaur. Now the bats and snakes can't stop me. As the snake strikes, you cleave the snake in two. Yes, sweet revenge. It's kind of funny how often you see the game over screen in Bridge of Death. Well, it's not funny dying, but the game over looks cool. You found the magic thread. It will guide you through the labyrinth. I don't have to worry about this bat now that I'm armed with the sword. I'll pick up lots of supplies so that I can get to the Minotaur. Because we have the thread, as soon as you step into the maze, a path appears in white. The path will eventually lead us to the Minotaur. You see how a dead end just turned into a pathway? Without the magic thread, it would have been really weird to go to that dead end. Some paths will get you closer to the end, while some paths will block the Minotaur off. So the magic thread is showing us what paths to follow and, more importantly, what paths to avoid. In a maze where the walls move, a dead end can turn into a path, while a path can turn into a dead end. I think we have enough supplies so we won't die because of supply loss. Of course, in Ranger Quest, the Elemental Orbs, there isn't any way to die so you don't have to worry about that. It's quite neat how the path disappears once you have walked over it. As you can see, the labyrinth is very complicated in how you have to walk around and why having the magic thread is so important. There we go! We found the Minotaur! Congratulations! You are the hero! Push the advance button to go to the next level! We did it! We defeated the Minotaur! You can see how the walls in this labyrinth move unexpectedly and seemingly at random. In Ranger Quest, you control when the walls move by using the Elemental Orbs to activate the shrines. So that is the story behind how the Minotaur Maze Engine was created. Visit us at our YouTube channel, Minotaur Maze Engine, or our web store at www.minotaurmazeengine.com. Thank you from the Minotaur Maze Engine, the maze where the walls move.